Hey guys, I recently went to my parents' house and I wanted to do an unboxing video. You know, I don't go there very often. I know it's bad, I should go more often. But I've got a lot of video games there and they're just sitting there. I hope my mom doesn't throw them away. She's thrown away a lot of stuff already. I'm telling her now, I'm like, Ma, these things are worth money, so please don't throw them away. But I went into the basement, I went into the attic, into the closets, and this is what I found so far. So I'd like to show you guys. Unfortunately, I didn't have a camera and I couldn't get the webcam set up, so I had to take still shots and I'm going to narrate. But this is what I found so far. So we've got this, which is, as you can see, it's a couple of Nintendo games and some PlayStation 1, plus the Final Fantasy PC demo for PC Gamer. Don't know if that's anything. But a 3DO game. Probably my favorite 3DO game of all time, which is Star Control 2. I thought that game was amazing. And I just found out there's a part 3 for the PC. I may have to pick that up. So then we have this odd lot. I have Breath of Fire Complete. I love that game as well. Dragon's Revenge. Who doesn't love that pinball game? Now you can see that pre-played Mario Kart 64. I'm not sure if that was from Blockbuster or Funko Land or whatever. Remember they used to put them back in those things, and that's still sealed. The Sega screams. The disc is missing somewhere, so I have the sleeve, don't know where. Batman Returns, which is funny. I don't have the cartridge. I have the box and the manual and 6-pack, which is cool. I have that complete. Then these are some of my 3DO and Sega Turbo Duo games, right? So Starfighter, which is a good 3DO game. Final Zone 2, which is PC Engine. Shanghai's Revenge, I think 3DO is like a Mahjong. Lords of Thunder, which I just came to find out is actually valuable, I think, to some people. Last Alert, I think that was kind of like Contra. Ease 3, good game. Did not live to part 1 and 2, you know. Part 1 and 2 to me were amazing. This Sega CD Hot Hits, I don't know, rock paintings and weird crap, I don't know what the hell that is. Bonk's Adventure, which is a fun platformer. And Super Wing Commander for 3DO, which is great for the 3DO. So, you know, I can't even remember buying these games at some points, right? They just show up in my house. I have all these systems. I have the 3DO, I have the PC Engine, they all work. But I never bought these at like eBay, or Electronics Boutique. I'm wondering if they came from eBay lots that I bought back when eBay was still good and you could get lots for cheap. So anyway, on to the next slide, and that would be more Duo and 3DO games. And as you can see, some of these are kind of naughty. This Sex CD for the 3DO, Street Fighter for the 3DO, Ease 1 and 2, which is amazing. The 3-pack, which is Gates of Thunder, and 2 bonks, and if you put in a code, you get Bomberman on this disc. Fatal Fury for the Dreamcast, Exile, which was decent. Gunner's Heaven. This was one of my first import games for the PlayStation. I loved it. It was kind of like a Metal Slug, Contra. I can't find a disc though. Lone in the Dark, which is mint for the Dreamcast, and Addams Family for the Duo, which kind of sucks, but you know. Now here we have some interesting stuff. Cosmic Fantasy 2. I loved this RPG for the Duo. I wanted the other parts to come out in the US, but they weren't popular at all. But the cliffhanger on this, wow. From what I can't barely remember, but there was a cliffhanger where the girl died or they took her away. I really wished they had made the US sequels to this, because that was a great game. Now you can see a game here, Bust a Move. And here, this is what I was shocked about. I have a complete Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo 64 still in the box with all the crap inside, which I thought was amazing, you know? These things are hard to store, but that is really cool having both of those. What else I got here? Oh, strategy guides. So that Final Fantasy VII is well used. The first couple of pages in the cover are about to be torn off. The Final Fantasy IX, unfortunately, I never beat that. That was at the point where I was starting to walk away from video games. And Breath of Fire 2, one of my favorite SNES RPGs. That was such a great game. And for the PC, a real throwback, Wizardry. I believe that game is Bane of the Cosmic Forge. That was one of my favorite PC RPGs. The story on that was deep, and I think it was sad. Maybe today it doesn't hold up as much, but the Wizardry series on the PC was incredible. And I remember I had Crusaders of the Dark Savant, and I went back in time in order to play the prequel before I went to Crusaders, because Crusaders was just so mind-blowing. And then here I just have a random collection of ColecoVision games, and I don't have the system for this though. And then just my random Atari lot. So guys, that's what I found in my house so far. Hopefully I'll find some other stuff and I'll let you know. But that was my home unboxing. Thanks guys.